Hi Adam, I'd just like to ask you a few questions about your first book, Necromancer's Gambit. First, I'd like to ask you, how long did it take to write Necromancer's Gambit?
Well, it took 2 years in total, 165,000 words, you know, it's a pretty hefty tome. In the smaller format, it's well over 500 pages. Yeah, it took me a long time. I was doing 4 pages every weekend, obviously having to fit it around my day job, which pays the bills. So yeah, it wasn't a quick process, though having said that, 2 years is quite quick.
Great, and then can you tell me a bit more about where you got the idea for the book?
Initially I wrote a short story called Necromancer's Gambit and entered it into a fantasy competition. I got feedback from the judge. It was shortlisted for the prize. Got feedback that it didn't win, however, because they felt it was more of a novel, the judges. So I thought, well, they're professionals, they know, so I'll write it as a novel. Now, the short story was only the first chapter, as it happens, and my mate Matt said, well, actually, chapter 2 should simply be 2 characters set in opposition to Mordius and Saltar, and of course, those 2 characters are the Scourge and young Strap, and then the book kind of alternates their journey throughout.
And do you have a favourite character?
Yeah, I mean, the main protagonist in the book is Saltar, and yeah, he's my favourite, and indeed he's the favourite of a lot of readers, though ironically you could say he has the least character. But yeah, you know, deep affection for Saltar, and actually all the characters in the book. In terms of the character that has the most character, of course, there's the Scourge, and I like him. You know, I you know, really all the characters are dimensions of myself. You know, perhaps not the more evil ones, but you know, a lot of the characters are dimensions of myself, so I have an affection for all of them. You know, though I think Saltar, the Scourge, and young Strap are my top 3. You know, a friend of mine said that you know, they're the youth, the man, and the grandfather type characters, the ages of man. So I thank Susie for that insight. And then beyond that, of course, Kate is my fantasy woman. Wears leather.